Hi, Jeffrey. My name is Brianna. I'll be your counselor for this evening. I just want to go through a few things with you. I just want to let you know that everything that you say in this session is confidential unless you tell me that you are going to bring harm to yourself or others. Do you understand?
I do understand.
Thank you for your verbal consent. So, how are you doing today?
I feel emotionally drained at the moment. I'm tired, not sleeping well, and yeah, it's like I'm really tired.
Okay, so do you want to tell me why you're tired and you feel overwhelmed and emotionally drained? You have a lot of emotions going on today, a lot of feelings going on. So, you want to elaborate a little bit on that and tell me about it?
Yeah, so recently, like a few weeks ago, my father committed suicide, which is fine. Like, I'm not upset about the fact that he committed suicide. It's the
I'm
fact,
sorry to hear that.
thank you. It's the fact that he's not going to be here now, and
Mm-hmm.
this means that, so for example, I have started to have father issues. Although I was a baby and only boy, and I'm like his number two, I he wasn't really accepting of me sometimes. Not that it's like hard to accept me or whatnot, but he came from like a broken home himself and
Mm-hmm.
hurt feelings, so he kind of like hurt me because he didn't know how to keep establish and keep a relationship healthy.
Mm-hmm.
He only established it and let it fall to smithereens. And so with that, it was a acceptance issue, and me always seeking acceptance from everyone else around me, including friends, family members, and people that I don't even know.
Okay, so you didn't feel accepted by your father. Could you elaborate a little bit more on that for me?
So what I mean by that, so for example, it comes the simplest thing is me singing what he wasn't. As long as I was classified as a tenor or an alto, he was okay with that, despite me barely being able to reach those ranges sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved to soprano, that was a big thing for him until he wanted to brag about it. But when I sang, it was an issue slightly. And then you have other things like academically, he was highly supportive, highly accepting of academics because I'm a really good student academically.
That's
Thank,
great.
thank God, because Lord knows.
Mm-hmm.
But other things for like me not having bringing home a girlfriend, that was also an issue for him sometimes. Like you always like, oh, that's supposed to be your girlfriend or something. No, that's my friend. I'm sorry that I don't make friends with guys well because for some reason I always do too much and they leave because oh, I don't be your friend anymore. So situations like that.
Do you think if you would have brought a girlfriend home or a girl home and you would have told your dad that that was your girlfriend, that your dad would have accepted you? Or if you would have brought male friends home, your dad would have accepted you more
No,
instead of the girlfriends?
no.
Sorry.
Oh, you good. I thought you was finished. You're okay. Not really sure. I feel like it was still going to have been an open-ended situation where it wasn't going to please anybody because he was kind of hard to
Mm-hmm.
please. And so, like with guy friends, he always in the person says, choose your friends wisely. Don't hang out with anybody once you get in trouble and stuff because academics. I'm going somewhere, and his big thing was since he was messing with this girl and she lied that she was pregnant, he forfeited his scholarship to Tuskegee University.
Mm-hmm.
So he always has been a firm believer of academics and doing good in school and whatnot. So he would have been complaining about, oh, he kind of like a drug dealer or hustle and all this good stuff. So make sure that you actually get your school work done and not do anything foolish, robbing in houses, breaking in things.
So I heard you say that your father was hard to please. So do you think that you did not please your father?
If it wasn't academically, it was like if we're not talking about academic wise, it was kind of hard to please him because he always fussed and complained about everything, no matter what you tried to do. Like it wasn't good enough. It was like he was never at a point of contentment with anything, which is kind of why I believe he killed himself, honestly.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is your father came from a broken home,
Mm-hmm.
and basically from his broken home, he never had the opportunity to deal with those issues or that time. So when he had a son, whatever happened in his home, he did the same thing to you that his father did to him, and because of that, you look for acceptance in others.
Or lack thereof, considering that his mom cheated on the dad with his dad, and his dad already had like 12 children at that time
Mm-hmm.
anyway. So excuse me, I already had like 12 children at that time. So when he tried to build a relationship with his father would kind of like lie to him and not come through like he was supposed to.
So has your father came through for you?
All around, yes. He was a good person, good dad, but in time it was more. As I reiterate, if it was academically or supporting wise, yes. But if it was like hanging out, doing things, if it wasn't fishing related or doing what he wanted to do, it didn't get done. Like for example, when I was younger, I wanted to go to what's this thing called? Finding Nemo on Ice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited about it. He said me, yeah, he'll take me. He promised that he's gonna take me. So when time came, he didn't have the money to do it because he did something with his money. Not sure what it was at the moment. Probably was between marijuana or whatnot. Did use his money and he was like, I can't take you. But then he left the house to go smoke with some friends. And so Mama had to take me to Find Him on Ice, but that meant that I could only go to the fair one time that year instead of 2 times, you know. And so I chose Finding Nemo because I wanted to really go see it. And from that point on, I knew that I had to depend on myself if I want anything done.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like your father tried to control you a lot? Make you be like him?
Slightly manipulative, you know. It was subtle. It was like, okay, maybe if I do this, I can get Papa's approval, you know. Maybe if I did that, I can get his approval. But when I realized when I could, that I was going to forever be attempting to please a horse who could not be pleased.
Okay. So I hear a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions in this, a lot of unresolved issues since you did say your father did pass away. He committed suicide to be exact, and I do apologize for that, and I'm sorry for your loss. So are you still looking for acceptance in others, and what kind of acceptance are you looking for? Could you give me an example?
Honestly, not really sure
Mm-hmm.
how to properly answer that question. So let's try to give you a broader example.
Okay, that's fine.
More line of he's not a weird person. He's just eccentric and he's a cool guy. But let's not use him for getting answers or homework assignments done. Let's actually try to befriend him and see what type of character he has.
Okay, so individuals use you?
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm really awesome.
Okay, awesome.
For the most part, like not bragging or tooting my own horn. Like acting really awesome when people try to use me, and I let them use me because I'm thinking that there's going to be a friendship behind it, and there's not a friendship after the class is over.
Okay, I understand. So people use you to get closer to you, and then them getting closer to you, you think they want to be your friend and have that friendship and have that relationship, someone that you can lean up on in a time of need, but instead they're just using you for your answers or to maybe write papers or do something academically, and then your feelings are hurt. And so because you didn't get this acceptance from your father, you're looking for this acceptance in your friends. So have you maybe tried to ask someone whenever they do befriend you and you notice the pattern of them, oh, let me see your homework. Have you asked them, so are you only being my friend to really be my friend, or are you being my friend to only copy my homework?
And if I do that, that means that now what would be a classroom companionship is no longer there.
I got you. So it sounds like we need to come up with a goal, or you need to come up with a goal that I can help you with on how to establish a friendship and make sure that the friendship lasts and they don't want anything from you other than just friendship. And hey, if you guys want to help each other out with homework, that's great, but if not, it's not going to bother you anyway. Okay, so have you tried to come up with a goal or try to come up with something to maybe seek these friendships for just friendships or anything, or?
So a goal would be not presenting myself as being desperate. If that's a good thing. Now you're gonna ask me to explain being desperate. Don't know how that looks, but I know that they know how it looks and they know how to. Let's get that one. That's a desperate horse. Let's ride it.
Okay, so maybe what you're saying by being desperate is when they befriend you, you just maybe give them your homework instead of waiting for them to ask, like, oh, I already done it, so here, I'll send it to you.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So maybe instead of that one goal you could work on, you can work towards, and since we don't come back until next week for another session, you could just be like, hey, what's up? How are you guys doing and stuff like that. And then when they ask you, have you done an assignment? You go, like, no, I haven't completed that yet. And then when the due date comes, you could just be like, oh man, I'm just now finishing that assignment myself. I didn't turn it in until 11:30, and then when that following week comes up, because you didn't help them the prior week, you can see if their friendship is real or if their friendship isn't real.
Yes. That sounds like a doable mission, and I'm going to actually implement that this week.
Awesome. Okay,
Yes.
so you implement that, and then I'll see you next week, and we'll go over how that goal worked for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you so much for coming in, Jeffrey.
Thank you.